Man, what it do, world? It's your boy Foul Shot reporting live from the Bamboozled Again News Network. And yo, in reality, I'ma try to do this. I don't know how I'ma do it, but typically when I try to do something, I don't know how I'ma do it. I just figure it out along the path, right? I'ma do like your man Genghis Khan for those who subscribe and know who I'm talking about, right? I'ma start dropping 8 hour YouTube videos about the bamboozlement. And I think it's very timely that I ratchet up the Bamboozled Again News Network. Cause like I said in the last video, the bamboozlement is coming off the assembly line at this point. You get so much bamboozlement, depending on who you are, it'd be hard to disseminate what the truth is if that's what you're looking for. Cause you get bombarded with so much falsehood and eloquent form. Man, that how you lost and turned out around here, man. Man, Joe. So, like I said, I was checking out Genghis Khan, right? And he did a video about. And I watch it, get the crux of it, and click off. Because I can only stomach cuz but so much, man. And it's kind of reiterates what I was saying. Somebody done got to him. Like, I think it was Wesley Muhammad from the Nation of Islam. I think he's like or at the time I saw him, I think he's like the information secretary or something to that effect. And he called these sellout Negro bully coons. Like they act real tough, but they done sold out to the man. That man done sold out or has bowed down at the altar of YouTube, right? And I get it. You kind of got to, be wise. So you got to skirt around certain stuff, put, code word like we back on the plantation and all that. But yeah, I just seen this video. I got about 2 minutes into it, got the crux. And this man talking about, which did happen, that Candace Owens has been demonetized, right? Number one, Candace Owens got a real life, yo. She got real stuff going on out here. So her being demonetized, okay. That's why I'm not real big on, in general, just having numerous streams of income. Cause one fall down because you don't, you break the rules or whatever. You got something else to fall back on. But I listened to the Bully Coon Genghis Khan, right? And this man was like, she got demonetized for spreading hate, right? And rightfully so. And you know what I'm saying? She know better and this, that, and the third. He started to sound like these Democratic Negroes. Like, if you don't vote for this person, you're selling us out. When in reality, they done sold you out. Again, the projection. I'm almost turning into the bamboozlement crocodile hunter. Like I'll hop on this jump and say, oh, look at those bamboozlers over there. Let's get a closer look. Now let's be careful because they're bamboozling dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that man done sold. It saddens my little soul. Like, it was all good just a month ago. You know what I mean? Yeah, that man done somebody done got to him. We'd have lost another one to the struggle. Rest in peace, cuz, of who you used to be. That man done bowed down and worship at the altar of the YouTube syndicate. You know what I mean? But here's what's tripping though, right? And I've been noticed this. It's just going up another level. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though now, telling people the truth is now considered, excuse me, yo. Telling people the truth is now considered hate. I remember when I got on them folk at the rehab or at the sex club masquerading as a rehab, down there a penis trafficking ring. You understand me? And I had, and this was the demographic of the sisterhood. A few of them told me I was messy or I'm crazy. That's another tactic that's in, I think, the FBI, the CIA handbook. For any whistleblower, you just run a campaign calling them crazy. Because if they're crazy, then you just don't listen to what they say. Even though the only reason we're telling y'all to say that they're crazy is because it's crazy how they know the truth about us. Or they're not, like, willing to go along to get along, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, typically, that's what happens when you branch off from any group organization and you tell them the truth about them. Now you have a great big organization going against one person who's actually telling the truth about this organization and what they're doing to other people. So like on YouTube, right? Or just in mainstream. Now I see how they're laying the framework for the concrete of the persecution of the church, right? Because we're going to start at some point saying, not the mainstream, not the sold out church, not the buck broken church, but those who actually try to adhere to the word or speak the truth. Because if you were just speaking cockamamie stuff, it wouldn't be no reason to block you because there's no validity to what you're saying. They're only blocking, demonetizing folk who are telling the truth. And Lord forbid you have some level of influence. Oh, nah, we got to deal with you, cuz. You a glitch in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Now, the truth is considered hate. So if I tell the truth on the teacup people, right? The teacup head people, right? And it be true, such as Candace Owens, that's considered hate. Even though they're actually doing, and there's evidence out there on Google that you can research in any book that what I just said was true. But it's labeled hate. If you talk about the letter coalition, not even in the sense of demonizing them, right? Because from my understanding or my life experience, the people who are, alternative had some type of situation happen to them when they were younger that set the conditions for them to operate like that. You see what I'm saying? If you say anything about them, it's considered hate. When in reality, more oftentimes than not, if you do say something in regards to that, it's to show how that is used as an attack on the nuclear family, which is being eroded and just demolished out here. But they promote that. But do you see anybody promoting family? Something natural that has been in effect since the dawn of mankind? Yo, it's real in the battlefield. It's insane, Mo. And on top of it, these are the folk who are impressing themselves into your lives and your way of life if it's ulterior to them. The teacup head people are the ones who promote all the gangster rap music and drill rap music that is destroying black people. But if you say that, now you're anti-S, and now you're labeled as spewing hate for attempting to shed light on an organization or a group of people that is helping contribute to the destruction of your own. Such as when it was jab time, right? If you came out and said anything about the jab that was outside of the government sanctioned narrative, you was getting kicked off social media platform. Now, look and behold, all the people such as myself who didn't go for the okie doke, we were right. But now they moved like 1,700 more bamboozlements in the future. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that in real time. But no, you're hating. I remember, like I said, a couple of the sisterhood had told me I was hating when I went at the old job, right? I said, how I'm hating and I don't want to do nothing I seen y'all doing. How that hate? How I'm hating on y'all and I don't want to be nothing like y'all. But I'm hating. It's enough to make you rack your mind, yo. This is ill, yo. This is like, it's like the movie Idiocracy. Or being in an episode of Twilight Zone. But the organizations, groups of people, and entities that are imposing themselves on the standard, on your way of life, and standing principle, you can't say nothing about them. But they get to run amok and influence and impede themselves into your life. And if you don't bend to your will, now you holding up progress of us worshiping Satan. Wow, yo, that man is sold out, Jack. And I see it all over the place. They doing it on these jobs, yo. I know a couple people at the old rehab spot I graduated from. They gave these folk a title, and if you like have an ulterior opinion of theirs, yo, they going because they got a semblance of power now and influence. They can get you put out, not because you broke any rule, because you rubbed them the wrong way. Like I made a video about the Jay-Z spur. You see, man, Jay-Z, man, somebody got to put this man in jail or something, yo. Here it is. It's common sense. I covered when he did Dame Dash dirty again. Then he turned around and because he got an issue, whatever that may be, the Super Bowl in New Orleans, he picked Kendrick Lamar, who, whatever, that's great. But it would make more sense to pick the hometown hero, Lil Wayne, and all the other artists he can bring out and have a super spectacular homegrown Super Bowl halftime in the know it. You know what I'm saying? For the war they signed. He picked somebody, everybody know that man hate. But still, you still have to deal with it, yeah. Man, these people getting worse and worse by the day, cuz. This is not no slow progression into, just being some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like every day you wake up, they just more and more just, God darn, cuz. I thought you were terrible 2 weeks ago. You done blew that out the water. You the reigning and defending Bama of the week. Week. You know what I'm saying? Oh, actually, it's tripping, right? Because I don't know exactly how long I've been, maybe 6 months, maybe. That's a good question. Maybe 6 months I've been making YouTube videos. But the catalyst for a surge and subscribe, which I ain't hitting on nothing like super duper, but I appreciate it. I'd actually made a video about the Trump situation when he was at the podium. How I believe that was staged, right? And put it in the title. And they blocked me. I mean, and I got a strike and I was off YouTube for 7 days. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's still staged. You know what I'm saying? Silence. Man, that's why I just find this place so vexing, yo. You can't even tell the truth no more, yo. You know what I'm saying? You know what's, I forgot where I heard this from, but here's what's so tripping. People are ashamed of nothing, but offended by everything. How? You wasn't ashamed when you did it, but you offended when I say something about what you did. In my face. Now Pastor Troy had a song said, I'm about to move to Mars, y'all. The world of men. Yo, this is ill, yo. Ill will record. And just seeing how Genghis Khan, how smug he and how like the bravado he using when he making these articulations. Well, granted, and then he was saying how well, you know the rules, you gotta follow the rules, and you know what I'm saying? She know what time it is, you know what I mean? I don't talk about them peoples because it's pointless and vain to do so. No, you don't, no, man, shut up. You don't talk about them peoples because if you lose your channel, you going down the tube. And I get it, everybody gotta make hard choice and all that, or, navigate this thing very diligently or whatever the case may be, if YouTube is a part of your financial giddy up. Man, bump all that, man. I said what I want, man. Care nothing about no YouTube, man. I really don't care about a whole lot of stuff that ain't important. But I do care about the truth in this time. That's why I started Bamboozled News Network. Because the truth is almost the most undervalued commodity we have. And nobody sees the value in it. Woo, not there. Say not there. Yo, again, I had so much to say, but then just hopping on here, I'm so mystified as to accurately articulate just how this is just yet another guidepost or landmark on the way to social dystopia. Now, this will help set up or set the environment or the atmosphere where people are going to start doming you out because you say certain stuff in personal conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think maybe I've been let out of certain groupings like the 9 to 5 job and all that type of stuff. Not that I go around just spewing my beliefs around, but it's going to come out in casual conversation. And I'm going to get X'd out anyway. And I'm used to it, so I don't even care. I like staying on business, yo. I like standing for what's right. And it is and I guess I passed these various tests of, you know, doing this, making it potentially harder on myself. And it has been. But I find it rewarding. And I've been sustained in it. Not doing that, yo. No, yo. Having to bite your tongue and, you know what I'm saying? When nothing but tomfoolery going on. And you just got to go along with it. Because if you say something about I said this. People are more offended by the fact you're saying something about the evil than the actual acts of evil itself. Boy, Satan really took over this world, yo. But the tripping part, optically, it still look the same. But it feels different. You know what I mean? The world is worlding, but life ain't life. This can't be life. This can't be love. It's gotta be more. This can't be us. Oh. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of the coin, right? I could hop on here, right, and just bash black women till the cows come home, but won't get blocked though. Or on the reverse side, a sister could come on here and bash black men, whole groups of people, right, to no avail, till the cows come home, and not get demonetized or blocked, because that helps keep us separated. So we ain't gonna block that though. They say if you want to know who's really in charge and pulling the strings, find out who you can't talk about. On that video I seen of Candace on and Michael Jackson, old rabbi, a former rabbi, they were saying how there's protests in Israel because nobody can hold Netanyahu accountable. So main man rebuttal was, he said, man, I criticize him all the time. What, man, we ain't talking about you. You was homeboy. We just talking about the average person. Here comes global totalitarianism, socialism. They'll tell you what to think. Your enemy will actually tell you who your enemy is. Maybe my enemy is the person trying to tell me who my enemy is. This is crazy, yo. But it's all prophesied and it's all bound to happen, yo. Again, it's just amazing seeing this in real time. Seeing the 180 of folks who I thought was solid. You know what I mean? And it didn't take much. It didn't take much for them to sell out, yo. We might got within the annals of our DNA as colored folk, we might got some superpowers, lying dormant in the annals of our DNA. But we got some other stuff too, though. Like selling out, that's in our DNA. Bowing down to lesser people, that's in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the cause for why we're in this position now. Idol worshiping and selling each other out. And, you know what I mean? The most magical people on earth, but we at the bottom. And I understand why. The most gifted people on earth, but as a group, we don't own nothing. But everything is built on our back. If you took, let's just say black people, right? Just wipe them off the face of the earth, yeah. Ain't nobody gonna want to be on earth, cause earth gonna lose its flavor. Ain't nobody gonna watch no basketball, ain't no Negro flying around. It'd be like watching a middle school game. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna watch no football. That joint will go back to watching, 1938 style rugby. You know what I mean? The music going to Duke. You know what I'm saying? YouTube will fall apart. Negro give YouTube its flavor. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why. And everyone is able to just profit off of our gifts, yo. But us, yo. How much must we endure, yo? This is sad, man. But this our fault, though. And I put myself in this. It's our fault. Ah, boy. Just waiting for the appointed time, man. And I know this one of the things that used to like hold me up in sustaining abstinence from drugs and alcohol. Because, that's why I did some real internal work on myself, right? I discovered that I'm actually very idealistic, right? So it's not that I don't see things for what they are. That's apparent to me. It's that I more so tend to operate on the way things should be and should be done. Or you know what I'm saying? Case in point, it took me a while to get I ain't had no license in almost 20 years. I caught 2 DUIs back to back. Then I'm shucking and jiving. And then I'm thinking, well, I don't need no license till I get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I don't care about that though. But then, later on I have a child and I start having issue with that, right? Not that, and I didn't fall behind on child support because I was just being irresponsible. Well, I got slapped on child support because I ended up getting another woman at the time, right? And then I had this situation where I broke my neck and fell behind like 4. But then they were trying, man, shout out to Tyrese, man. Man, let's keep Tyrese in our prayers, yeah. Um, so in the grand scheme of things, I personally know brothers who, and then when I started going to court for, these brothers 15, 20, 30 grand in debt. I'm like 4 grand in debt, something like that. But that was because I broke my neck. And they wasn't trying to give me no love. But then they holler at main man owed $27,000. He done paid $68 and he get to walk out the court. So I'm like, yo, I'm thinking I'll get around to it when I get around to it, yeah. But y'all not gonna make me do it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I was actually ready to go. Yo, they were trying to put me in prison for being, at the time, I think $4,500 in debt over child support. And I just took off a neck brace, yeah. Granted, I was out of commission for a minute for work. It was like a year or something. You know what I mean? Man, I'm not bound down to y'all, yeah. But God saved me that time. Saved me that time. Because come to find out, because of the institution I was in, you get social service. So because I was on social service that was giving me cash, they couldn't take that cash from one entity and give it to another. So I was never really in jeopardy of going to prison. I just didn't know that. They were breaking bad, and they were right through me this day till I pulled that paper out and said, man, I can give y'all something out of the 185 the state of Maryland give me. They just threw oh, we can't do that. Da, da, da. I said, oh. But I'm like, man. And that's what, it would, because of that, because I don't believe in getting extorted by anybody, including the government. I'm like, but the way they set it up, you can't go or do certain things until you get them straight, right? So I start, work or seeing about my license, but I got child support, so I got to deal with child support before I can go around and get the license. So I had to break down, y'all. It was a necessary evil on my point. You know what I'm saying? But I had to break down to get me better. You got to play ball, I guess, or walk that fine line. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my old counselor, right? Mike Banks, rest in peace, right? My first counselor. And he's counseling me, right? So he's understanding where my mind at, this, that, and the third, right? Now he's a former bank robber who turned his life around, got degrees, and and got accreditations as far as substance abuse counseling, right? So he tells me this one story. Well, first I'll tell you this one. So I'm explaining my child support situation to him. He said, "Yeah, Cal, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you." He said, "This reminds me of the story I heard about the first dude and the second dude who came off the slave ship over here." He said the first dude got off the slave ship, and Mr. Gilmore said, "Hey, boy, move that hay from there to there." He said, "Man, bump, you ain't doing nothing." Whoosh. The second dude said, "Where you say you want that hay at, sir?" You know what I mean? But they had asked him, tailing off for a minute, they had asked him. Now, mind you, he's in this, I guess, convention or this, he's now around other groups of people who don't know nothing about heroin addiction, right? So they're trying to understand because they're trying to come up with programs and this, that, and the third, right, of people who don't understand it, right? So they got him in there, because he know a little something, something. He said, so the white folk asked him, help us understand, from the outside looking in, what is it like, what was it like the first time you did heroin? What would make you do that? What was it like? He said he looked them dead in the eyes and said, the first time I did heroin, it felt like God came out the sky and gave me a hug. He said, Cal, you should see the look on them people's face. I bust out laugh. But this is just, they gone, bro. It's so, because of the empathy of my heart, which has been stomped on, you know what I'm saying? A-Town stomped on, right? But that joint still worked though, yeah. And I just so sad and like, damn, cuz. You know what I'm saying? It's like seeing someone in the army, like like you in the army, and then seeing someone defect to the other forces, right? And now they shooting at you. So now you gotta take them out. But there's somebody you had love for like that. So it's almost like by memory I recognize them, but they look totally unfamiliar to me. So there's that kind of thing in your mind, like, I know this person from somewhere based on my memory, but the person before me is a total alien. Mm, 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 mm. It's real in the battlefield, yo. You can't even tell the truth no more. You might well just not even say nothing. And just, like, I guess in wisdom, blend in and navigate and woo woo. But eventually, what's in you gonna come out, good or bad. So eventually you're gonna say something or whatever, whatever, whatever. And then there that go. Oh, we got one. Get him. You know what I'm saying? Now I guess you're getting gang stopped. And, you know what I'm saying? But see, like, people talking don't really bother me none. You gotta do something, yo. Everybody run their mouth. Mouth say anything. Everybody a legend in their own mind, yo. And like, converse or talking has become almost the new currency. I've seen brother talk a good game about whoever they're trying to portray themselves to be, and then get in that situation and don't be nothing like none of that. Everybody just talking, yo. Silence. I understand why Dragonfly Jones used to tell his obedient servant, silence. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hear all that, man. Yo, it's just amazing, yo. Then I was checking out Genghis Khan when he did the scene retention jump. Now, granted, is it by the letter of the law scriptural? No. Is it practical? Yeah. But then at the same time, this man will say he don't make scriptural content when it behooves him to say that. But then if he try to critique somebody else who use the word, like, yo, what happened to you, folk? Was it worth it, yo? Was it worth it? You spineless jellyfish. You know what I mean? Like, I despise these type Negroes, yo. And then on top, there's a certain spirit, like say I sell my mans and them out, yo. I might go back to drinking, yo, because I'm going to be ever present in my mind, yo, that I just did some old fluky ass, you know what I'm saying? But it's like they sell folk out and their bravado go up. Like your claim to fame is Xing your mans and them out. And that's what you proud of and that's what you think make you tough. Man, use up. You know what Grace said, use up. Now the sellouts are the new tough. It's not tough to sell out. It's tough to go against the grain. It's tough to go against all odds. It's tough to stand on your morals, principles, and beliefs when everybody else is attacking you. That's tough. Yo, we got this. Yo, everything is but backwards, yo. Woe to them who call evil good and good evil, yo. I'm gone, yo. Ooh, oh.